This is First Contact, Stories of the Call Center.
When you talk about Volto, real-time guidance, right, and using AI, obviously you talk about the need, right, and you talk about that situation. But now let's kind of dive in a little bit deeper. So what is it that Volto does, and how does that actually fulfill this mission that you're trying to achieve?
Yeah. So I'll tell you how the idea got started, and that was I was sitting there on a call talking too much, and I was thinking, man, how helpful would it be if someone just gave me a tap on the shoulder and said, "Hey, Mark, you're doing it again." And I was like, could we automate that? Is there some way I could have an automated shoulder tap? And that kind of led down a trail where we said, what if you could have an AI that did real-time conversation intelligence, analyzed everything the customer is saying as the customer was saying it, everything the agent was saying as the agent was saying it, and in real time gave the agent recommendations on their computer screen about how they can be as effective as possible. So that's what we built. We call it real-time guidance, and it's analyzing the conversations, guiding agents in those make or break moments, making sure they're asking for the sale if it's a sales use case, making sure they're understanding the customer frustration if it's a customer service or retention use case, making sure that they're doing the right compliance stuff. They don't forget to give the disclosures and disclaimers that they have to give if it's a compliance use case. So that's fundamentally what we built with real-time guidance, and we're integrated with over 40 different CCaaS systems. So if you're on Five9 or Nice in Contact or Ring Central or 8x8, we got an integration as long as you're using a cloud-based phone system, not like a hard phone or a physical landline.
Understood. So it's interesting that we talk about this technology because just last season, we were speaking with Nancy Monroe about speech analytics and call center training. And then we were talking about, hey, how do we use and leverage AI to provide real-time guidance to agents? And obviously, we're sitting here now, we're talking to you about real-time guidance, right? So how does it feel to go from an idea, then all of a sudden now be fully productized and implemented in, like you said, all these different platforms, this concept of real-time guidance leveraged by AI?
Yeah. So I'll speak to the actual emotion for a second. Mixed emotions. And the reason is, we're proud. We're proud that, we invented this technology. We came up with it. We brought it to market. We've built a base of over 100, happy, delighted customers. We've analyzed over 60 million calls and delivered 165 million real-time recommendations. We're proud that we've been able to do this. At the same time, now we're starting to see that the market is catching on, and everyone is talking about real-time guidance. Analysts are talking about it. CCaaS companies are talking about it. Buyers are talking about it. And a piece of us is saying, hey, folks, welcome to the party. It's about time. So there's those dual feelings, but we are really excited that we're able to bring this technology to the market from a position of strength. And at the same time, totally patient and understanding that sometimes it takes a few years for this sort of technology to warm up. And we get that. And we're just really grateful that folks have been spending the time with us and looking at what we've built and comparing it to other options out there. And, have not said lightly that, man, Volto really is the number one real-time guidance platform. And that's just, we've earned that. And we earned it through blood, sweat, and tears. And we're really proud of that distinction as well.
Well, definitely something to be proud of. And obviously, anytime you have a bleeding edge idea or concept that can materialize and it starts helping produce better outcomes and to, improve not only on the customer experience and journey, but also agents feeling that they can actually improve in their productivity, get better outcomes. And then obviously for the business, being able to impact those KPIs that help them measure success for their business.